话筒连接成功。
Okay, welcome back. Let's continue with our class. And that would be everything I'd like to talk about the general exceptions. And now I'd like to make up something also rather important, but during the process, I omitted it, okay? Where is this part of knowledge? It's in page or slide 49. Can you find it in the PPT? 49. Let's find slide 49. Yeah. We'll talk more about the Doha round. Question number 1. What is Doha round? I think you remember, do you still remember on which date China entered the WTO?
2001.
That's the year, the date. November. Yes or no? November of 2000. November the 23rd. Yeah, November the 23rd. Maybe it's like this, okay? On this date. And during which round of trade negotiations? Doha round or Uruguay round? Is Uruguay round which number of trade negotiations is Uruguay round? The 7th or the 8th? The 8th. The 8th is the Uruguay round. Uruguay round. The 8th. And what's the biggest achievement of Uruguay round negotiation? The biggest achievement of Uruguay round? The establishment of the World Trade Organization in 1995. That's the biggest achievement of Uruguay round. Then after the Uruguay round, it is a Doha round. It is Doha round. And just during this Doha round, China entered the WTO. My question is the Doha round concluded or not? Right now, is Doha round over? Or it is still underway? It's still underway. Wow. From which year till now? If it's the end, maybe Doha round just starts in 1995. Let me check. No. Here is the fact. What is Doha round? Listen carefully. The Doha round is a new round of multilateral trade negotiations initiated following the Uruguay round. It began at the fourth ministerial conference of the World Trade Organization held in Doha, the capital city of Qatar, in November 2001. It starts in November 2001, which means at the beginning of the Doha round, China entered the WTO. Okay. But from this date on until now, the Doha round is still ongoing. Why? How many years from 2001? Oh, even older than you are. How old are you? How old are you?
2004.
How old are you? You are 21. Maybe 21 or 22. But here, it's already 24 years has passed, but it's still going. Why? Why is it so difficult to be concluded? The reasons why the Doha round negotiations have been and are so difficult include 7 reasons. If you want an alternative to this big question, you may also elaborate on this one. But must give me enough reasons to compose of 20 points.
Okay.
And you need to explain what is single undertaking. What is a single undertaking? In Chinese, it's translated as what does it mean? Look, the 5th reason. The ambitious agenda of the negotiations and the single undertaking approach is one of the reasons. What does single undertaking mean? Listen, I'll give you an explanation. What is a single undertaking? Rather difficult, but you need to listen carefully. A single undertaking is a term employed in international trade agreement negotiations, particularly within the framework of the WTO. The negotiating parties regard the negotiation results of multiple topics. Multiple topics. So many topics. For example, what? Agriculture, non-agricultural market access, trade in services, rural negotiations, dispute settlement, trade and the environment, intellectual property rights, trade and development. So many topics, multiple topics. Yes, there are so many issues involved, right? But the negotiating parties regard the negotiation results of multiple topics as one indivisible whole. One indivisible whole. Like a basket. A basket. You know the basket? Yes. all the issues, just like apples, pears, like fruits, put all the issues into one single basket. Indivisible, cannot be divided together, okay? Then, all provisions must be accepted and implemented by all members. All the provisions must be accepted and implemented by all members. It's a whole. That is the package deal model. Package deal model. What does package deal mean? In Chinese, it's called 一揽子协议。一篮子协议，一揽子协议。Package deal. Deal is a transaction. Yes, it's a deal. A package deal. You have not the right to choose only one of them. That's not allowed. If you accept it, you must accept all because they are indivisible. Yes? And that's why we call it a package. What does package mean? You also buy things online. There will be a package, right? All the stuff will be stuffed into the package. That's a package. Hardboard box, the package. Package deal. This package deal model emphasizes the all or nothing rule. There are so many technical words. All or nothing. What does all or nothing mean? If you accept it, everything is yours. If you refuse to accept it, you've got nothing. That's all or nothing. In Chinese, what does it mean? Huh? What's a good translation for this one? Something like that. But you can have a better one. 全有或全无 All or nothing. If consensus is not reached on certain provisions, I'll give you an example. For example, the issue on agriculture failed, which means there's no provisions or rules on agriculture can be negotiated, can be concluded by consensus. I'm sorry, the whole package deal will fail. Only one single rule fails, the whole negotiation will fail because it is an indivisible whole. Do you think this kind of single undertaking good for the negotiations or not? No, right. If we pick the issue of agriculture out, only this one issue, that may be easier. But if you put all the topics into one basket, it will be harder to reach a satisfactory result. That's number 5. If you want to answer this question, you must include all these things in it. And that's why these 20 points, it's not easy to be obtained. These are the reasons. These are the reasons for the sluggish progress of the Doha round negotiations. You can familiarize yourself with these reasons and have a browse of it. And that's everything I'd like to make up for the class. There's another important word. It's called can you search it? Actually, also in the PPT. Can you search it? What does this mean? In which page? A la carte. Yeah. Please search this word in the PPT. There must be. You can search, use the search function. Just search CARTE. Which page? Yeah. Which page? 56. Slide 56. Okay. Let me find it. What does this word mean? Yeah, here. A la carte. It's a wrongful spelling. A la carte. It's not an English word. What does this mean? Withdrawal is an all or nothing. Look, all or nothing option. There is no such thing as a WTO a la carte. Yeah, what's this 东西? There is nothing. There is no such thing as a WTO a la carte. Means there is a manual or order for you to pick. Pick this one, pick that one. Only pick the issue on agriculture, which means it's a package deal. It's an all or nothing. There's nothing. The opposite of all or nothing. Got it or not? He got it.
Wow.
I'd like to invite him.
Okay.
In Chinese, also okay.
Chinese.
阿拉卡提的意思就是你可以像去菜市场买菜一样，想买什么买什么。
Yes， 像点菜一样。a la carte 点菜。Menu. I said just now a menu.
WTO 里面没有菜单是这个意思吗？
Yeah, there's no menu like for you to pick a topic, pick an issue. It's all or nothing. Either you take it all, or either you take
要
nothing.
全部不遵守，
There's nothing like you choose only one.
不能挑其中的遵守。
Yeah. Why? Because this is a multilateral forum.
一个整体，我们是不可分割的一部分。
multilateral forum. What does this mean? Forum means platform. Platform. It is a multilateral forum. A la carte means 在菜单上点菜，想吃什么就点什么。Just now, he said, it's like buying vegetables in a farmer's market. Something like that. And that's something about all or nothing. It's an approach. That's the approach or method of trade negotiations undergoing in the WTO, in this multilateral forum. It's very difficult, and that's why right now there's no multilateral agreements concluded. Almost no. But there is an exception. Which is the exception? In 2017, there is a recently negotiated multilateral agreement. It's called TFA. You still remember the TFA?
No.
What does TFA mean?
No.
What about you? Huh? Search the sixth short answered question. That's the most recently concluded agreement. It's called trade facilitation agreement. There actually in international economic law, actually there are two basic goals. The one is trade liberalization. The other is trade facilitation. Trade facilitation does not equal to promote the efficiency of international economic activities. It's different. There are those teachers of other departments, the law major, said trade facilitation is a natural thing for digital trade. And there's no point, there's no meaning for you to write such a thing. That there's a student, I guided him to compose the dissertation. It's something related to trade facilitation of digital trade. So the teacher just failed the student for the first try. And
No problem.
there are requirements that the student must make a major revision. Major revision. 大修。
太狠了，老师。
And I told the student, no, you need to modify none of them without a single word. And enter the defense for the second time. You know what? This student met the teacher again. Met the teacher again.
Students.
But at this time, the student never be obedient anymore. Never be obedient anymore. He, of course, under the help of me, under the assistance of me, argued for himself and to fight the teacher who didn't know nothing about our major. You know what's the final result? He successfully passed the defense.
Good.
And that's why I actually adopt a very strict procedure. If you want to write a dissertation under my guidance, because I'm not a very popular teacher in this school.
Why?
I have so many enemies.
So brave.
So you need to be prudent and think twice before choosing me as the mentor or supervisor. But never mind, as long as you work hard, you need to not change a single word.
Yeah. You're right. I'm right. Right.
Okay.
我们行走在正义的道路上。不只是。
Okay, any questions? Do you have any questions? About the final exam?
Yeah.
I've already sent all the...
No, again.
I've already sent all the important, beautiful, and practical sentences which are really worth your memorization. Okay?
And select.
About the single choice question and the true or false questions, it's up to you. To your preparation.
So Charlie.
还有翻译。
And about the elaboration issue, I mean the essay type issue, there is another question. The question is like this. Besides this one, there is another one for you to prepare.
Another one.
The second essay type question would be, what are the legal requirements for the application of national treatment in WTO law?
Again, so far I can't hear very clearly.
What are the legal requirements for the application of national treatment in WTO law? Legal requirements.
Something.
Legal requirements.
Who can help me?
Legal requirements for the application of national treatment obligation in WTO law. Listen, in WTO law, it has a large scope. Not just trading goods, also include trading services. But in trading goods, there are Article 3, 1, 3, 4, first sentence, 3, 4, second sentence. You still remember? It's also worth 20 points. Okay.
老师，我还有个问题，这个问题的问题叫什么？
这个问题是这个样。 What's the question for this question?
Provisional justified.
What are the requirements for an otherwise get inconsistent measure to be provisionally justified under Article 28?
One more again. Slowly, please.
What are the requirements for an otherwise get inconsistent measure to be provisionally justified under Article 28?
Slowly. 配置。
不要双向折磨了。
对。
其实没的。
可不可以直接发到微信群？
Okay, that would be everything I'd like to say in this course. You know what? I like to see things through from the very beginning to the end. You still remember the opening ceremony of this course?
Yes.
Now, this course is officially over. So I'd like to do a closing ceremony for this course. Once again, will everybody please rise? Thank you.
I will try my best.
其实当中有完成吗？那有一个干多。
That's gap filling.
哇。
We'll talk about that later. Okay. Time flies, and a semester has passed before we know it. As I recalled at the very beginning of this course, I said to you, I hoped you can make progress in both the language of English and the professional knowledge of WTO law. Right now, have you felt your progress? Yes or no?
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, and at the time of next year, you will have been going through graduation procedures, right? Graduation procedures, and you will part ways. That's something sad, actually. I think this will be the last official appointment between us. I will never be able to see you in class anymore. In the future, no matter where you will be, I really hope you can pass the legal profession exam smoothly, get admitted to public servant or postgraduate recruitment, and get a bright and prosperous future. Okay? I will see you all, my dear friends. I will see you in society, in other social characters. Thank you for your attendance of and participation in this course, this WTO course. I thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please be seated. Okay.
天下无不散的。
这是最后一节。
现在开始就可以不用说。
哇，那可以问问题。